you crazy? Biden.
Biden did this. This is not Trump.
Exactly. The Democrat Party in this city hates poor black people. And I'm talking about all of the Democrat Party, the Black Caucus, and everybody else. This is a fact. They have starved people.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because I've been in politics for the last 25 years. Ran for city council.
A war is coming to the United States in months, not years. Former 24-year veteran of the Customs and Border Protection, J.J. Carroll, just uncovered the truth of what's happening with Biden's border invasion, and the war will start in black communities. That's where it's going to start first.
It's not going to stay in black communities.
Talking with black citizens.
It is not going to stay in the black communities. And I'm telling you, I have been saying this. Why is Clayton Morris covering exactly what I've been saying for the past year?
Who are being crushed right now under the weight of illegal immigrants in their communities. Watch.
This is America.
This is America.
There's a problem.
And
what I tell y'all what's going to happen. And if you keep talking about Trump and Biden, that's where people live. That's where they live in Chicago. People who made six-figure jobs, 100,000, 250,000, got 2 degrees. Look what they living in. This is Chicago. California is the same way. Why? For the
and the people have a problem with Trump. Are you crazy? Biden.
Biden did this. This is not Trump.
Exactly. The Democrat.
Now his issue and my problem with what he's saying is Biden only been in there 4 years, just going on 4 years. How can all of this that's there right now just be Biden? It is Biden. It is Trump, Obama, and Bush.
The Democrat Party in this city hates poor black people. And I'm talking about all of the Democrat Party, the Black Caucus, and everybody else. This is a fact. They have starved people.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because I've been in politics for the last 25 years. Ran for city council twice. They have no intentions for American citizens, especially black America. Poor black people in this city are obsolete.
And JJ joins me now, fresh off of his trip. JJ, great to see you again. You know, you've obviously confronted some of the most unbelievable circumstances as it relates to the southern border in the United States, some of the most dangerous circumstances that you've faced with arrests. How does Chicago, far away from the southern border, how does Chicago stack up with what you're used to at the southern border?
Chicago's a war zone. And it is a forgotten, Trump called it the forgotten America, forgotten Americans. So the reason why I went to Chicago is I believe it's a ground zero of the invasion. This is the manifestation of treason. It's going to work from the coastlines in through the inner cities of major metropolitan areas. That gentleman that you showed, Mark Clayton, is an activist. Mark Carter, is an activist in Chicago. He took me down to the South Side. I had to be escorted down there because of the gang violence and all the issues. But their local government has poured over $3 billion into their community for illegal aliens, not their community, but for illegal aliens. And they
please listen to these next words. Please listen to what this man is saying.
They're being systematically pushed out of their communities like Inglewood. It is something I have never witnessed before. I feel like I'm traveled, I'm smart, I've been places. I'm telling you, when you go down to the South Side, it is desolate, it is desperate, hopeless, violent. I would say 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 houses are dilapidated and shuttered. The other 4 need to be shuttered. Businesses are closed and shuttered. There's no industry. They are bringing illegal aliens majority from Venezuela, and they are moving them out of their communities. Let me give you an example.
Look. See that?
The the city of Chicago paid black residents that were living in these dilapidated shacks, if you will, $1,000 to move out. Well, why would the landlords in Chicago want them to move out? $1,000.
Look, y'all think this is a joke. She running for president. She running for president. Look, this what y'all about to be. Everybody's sitting cushy in their job. Everybody's sitting cushy in your house. The damn company is about to lay you off. And they're not just coming from Venezuela. They're coming from Asia, Africa, Venezuela, West Indies, Europe.
Because each illegal alien has $9,000 attached to them for rent assistance. $9,000. So they're moving them out and moving them in. Now, when I said I'm giving Americans $1,776 a week under a state of emergency to get Americans out of poverty. It is tax-free. It is tax-exempt. You can't be used as a resource. If you have Section 8, child support, lawsuits, none of this, this money cannot be touched for that. How is it that I can't put my program in with the same money that they are giving $9,000 per head to the migrants to rent from these? My landlord's still trying to kick me out right now. Talk about I didn't sign some lease addendum. I'm never going to sign it. So when we go to court and I'm still not kicked out, I'll come back and let you know what happened. But $9,000, and they and say work hard. Nobody gave us $9,000 to start our life when we turned 18. This is our tax dollars. I explained in a video the other day, every quarter we collect $4 trillion. That's just in income tax. So there's more than enough money to put my program into action. Clayton, I talked to mega church black pastors, street pastors, violent gang members that have come out of prison that are trying to reform their community, been in prison for murder for 21 years, another one, murder for 26 years, and soup kitchen workers, everyone in between down on the south side of Chicago, black residents, black Americans. And they all say to me, to a man and woman, they say, we're going to war. And it took me back for a second, and I was like, okay, let's clarify what war is. And
what did I literally, if you look through my videos say a war is coming, and not the war with the Army, the United States Army, when people realize that they're being displaced. That is exactly what I said. Why is this being covered on Clayton's show? This man is a Republican. This is where war in America will start right here. Redacted with Clayton Morris. Y'all think I'm playing. Oh, she's a woman. Oh, she's black. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. She's racist against migrants. No, I'm not. If you came here legally, like you're supposed to, come on, let's go, because you're about to be a taxpayer. These people are getting this $9,000, ain't paying no taxes. The taxes that they're going to do is they're going to open up a store that's just like your American store, and bye-bye to your business. That's exactly why Red Lobster just closed down. I'm not going to.
And they said, whatever we have to do to maintain and protect our community. And a black pastor, the rooftop pastor, the AK rooftop pastor that Tucker Carlson interviewed for many, many months as he sat on top of a building during the winter months because of the prostitution crime that was across the street from his church, pastor told me, we are within one black teenager being raped by these Venezuelan gangs, or black Venezuelan gangs killing a black gang member, or vice versa, and Chicago is going to explode. Explode.
And it's going to happen everywhere.
Isn't it coincidental, which I don't believe in coincidences, last week, DNC comes out and says, well, we're really kind of rethinking the Chicago DNC convention, we might do a remote. They know it as well as I do, that this is a powder keg ready to explode.
Yeah, can you hold a Democratic National Convention in Chicago? I mean, what do you have to show for it? I mean, as we talked about with Mark, with the activist, where he says, you're seeing Democrats have destroyed the city, so you're going to bring the Democratic National Convention there? I mean, you're right. This is an absolute powder keg moment, and I think, we throw this term war around a lot, and I've thought a lot about this since you and I've been talking over the past few days. This idea, I've thought it was going to be a civil war. I've been thinking of the term civil war.
No, I've been telling y'all, not a civil war.
Right now. But I think it's not. I think what you saw in Chicago, what you're seeing with your documentary Treason, what you're uncovering, is an invasion, and it's a repelling of an invasion. That will be the war. Americans coming together, and they hate that. I mean, absolutely, the powers that be would hate that.
Right. That's exactly why I'm running for president.
MAGA Americans and liberal Democrats would come together and say, enough is enough. We want to take our country back.
Right.
And maybe I'm wrong, but is that where you see this war unfolding, or how this war would unfold? It won't be a civil war. It'll be a repelling of this invasion as a war.
Absolutely.
I absolutely believe that, and my mindset is changing as I'm going to these communities, and I'm going to Boston and New York next. But I knew Chicago was the epicenter, and you're right. What scares the power structures more than anything, Clayton, is a big white man standing next to a big black man, both alpha males, one in law enforcement, one in the prison system, and realizing we have enormous amounts in common. We agree on the majority of everything. And the things that we don't agree on, we can civilly talk and come to a good conclusion.
So guess what? The only person who wants to do that is me. Why can a big black man and a big white man talk to each other, but they can't include a fat black woman? What you're saying is what I've been saying and I know y'all watching my channel. I know you're watching my channel. But I've been saying it. So y'all can get along with everybody, but if it's a woman that wants to be president, no, they just push that away. Biden nor Trump is going to give you what you want, but I'll be down there. I just wanted to play this so that the people could see what I've been sitting on my channel saying. Now we got white men saying it. Now we got black men saying it. Let it sink in. I've been telling you people and making the commercial that there's going to be a war. When American people realize that your asses are being displaced because your jobs, you make too much. You make too much money. You want benefits. You want rights. Why should they pay Americans when they can bring migrants from every corner of the goddamn country and come here and outnumber us, take our jobs and our parties? So now you're talking about it. All right, let's see if people listen before it's too late. Have a good night.